The High Court allowing the president's so-called travel ban to go forward, and in turn, knocking down the opinions from some of the most liberal lower courts in the country. The White House expected to proceed with its plan to temporarily block immigration from these 6 Middle Eastern countries with a history of terrorism. And just 2.5 months into the job, the man that President Trump put on the Supreme Court, Justice Neil Gorsuch, already making his presence felt in a big way, arguing he would have gone even further, enforcing the ban in full. Joining me now with his analysis of the day's big story, Judge Andrew Napolitano, Fox News senior judicial analyst. Good to see you again, Judge.
Good to be with you, Shannon.
We were together this morning. I know,
when
this broke.
Live. We knew just a fraction about it of what we now know.
Now we know much more about this and how it really is a win for the administration.
Yes.
On many points.
We know that this was basically a compromise, but John Roberts, the Chief Justice, who's the master of these compromises, managed to bring, you ready for this, Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the same side as Donald Trump. If you had written a headline like that even a couple of weeks ago, no one would have believed you. But by carving out some unique exceptions to the travel ban for immigrants from the 6 countries who want to come here, who have relationships with persons or entities here, a job offer, admission to a university, a relative awaiting you, those people can come in through the ordinary route. They still have to go through the vetting that the Department of Homeland Security puts them through, but they don't suffer the automatic ban. But the rest of the automatic ban, that is, no one from those countries coming in here, the president has the power to do it, and the Supreme Court affirmed it, at least until October, when they hear formal oral arguments on this, and then we'll write a formal lengthy opinion explaining the president's authority.
Yeah, Professor Robbie George at Princeton, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he had...
A boyhood friend of mine.
Yeah, so he had a great tweet this afternoon. He said these lower courts decided what they wanted to regarding Donald J. Trump's ban. The Supreme Court decided whether the president has the power to create this ban. It's a big difference.
Couldn't have said it better, because the lower court's opinions, with the exception of one of them, were all based upon the words that Mr. Donald J. Trump used when he was candidate Donald J. Trump, and not what he wrote when he's President Trump. What he wrote as President Trump in the second executive order, the one that was ruled on today, was pursuant to the Constitution, pursuant to an express authority given to him by the Congress, and pursuant to another Supreme Court opinion that upheld the use of that authority when another president did it. It couldn't have been more on point if he wanted it to.
What do you make of 58 different lawmakers in the House now signing on a letter to Justice Ginsburg saying, based on her comments during the campaign season, not so flattering about the man who would become president, that she should not be able to take part in consideration of this travel ban? Well,
you know, the Supreme Court has addressed that a long time ago. Having been a lower court judge, I know what it's like when your bosses tell you got to get off a case because of something you said about the case before it came into your courtroom. Those rules don't apply to the Supreme Court. So Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg will sit on the court. Hey, she was with everybody else today.
That's true.
We don't know where she will be on the substantive issue, but that effort by those 58 people, perhaps well-intended, is a non-starter.
Yeah, only they can recuse themselves, and they rarely do.
Correct.
All right.
There is this slight dissent. Justice Gorsuch, Justice Alito, and Justice Thomas basically saying, who is the court to carve out an exception to an executive order?
Yeah, they would have gotten rid of the ban, the injunction against the bans altogether.
Correct.
All right, Judge.
See where it goes.
Good to see you this morning and tonight.
And tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll see you too. Thank you.